Welcome back, beautiful soul. I'm Katina Lee, and this is week 9 of our Mastery of Self book club. This week's chapter is called Comparison and Competition, and I think that this is one that applies to many of us. Because if you've ever looked at someone else's life and thought, why am I so far behind? Or what's wrong with me? You're not alone. Don Miguel Ruiz Jr. explains that from a very young age, we are conditioned to compare ourselves to others, and we are conditioned to compete for worth. In school, we compare grades. In sports, we compare wins and losses. Later in life, we end up comparing our careers, our relationships, our houses, our vacations, our everything. And society subtly teaches us that our value comes from being better than someone else. But here's the problem. When our worth depends on comparison, there will always be someone who's doing more, who has more, who's achieving more. So we stay stuck in this never-ending race that only fuels jealousy, stress, and self-criticism. Ruiz calls this the scarcity mindset. It's the belief that there's a limited amount of success, love, happiness, whatever to go around. So when someone else wins, it feels like you've lost. When someone else shines, it feels like there's less light left for you. But that's the illusion, because life isn't a pie where someone else's slice takes away from yours. There's enough for everyone. He also draws a distinction between fear-based competition and healthy growth. Fear-based competition says, I must be better than you so that I can feel safe or so I can feel worthy. Healthy growth says, I'm inspired by you and I celebrate your wins while I'm working on my own journey. Self-mastery doesn't mean we stop striving or dreaming. It means that we step out of the unhealthy race, reclaim our energy, and focus on becoming the truest and best version of ourselves. And I will be honest, this chapter really hit home for me because I've had so many moments where comparison has stolen my peace. Like scrolling on Facebook and you see people that are way younger than me and they seem to have it all together. They have the perfect career, the perfect relationship, the perfect house. And suddenly I'm asking myself, why am I not there yet? I'm so much older than them. What's wrong with me? Why can't I figure it out? And then there's this deep, painful comparison that comes sometimes after heartbreak. For me, I caught myself comparing myself to the person that my ex ended up with, replaying it in my mind over and over, wondering, why wasn't I enough? What does she have that I don't? Why couldn't I keep him? What is wrong with me? And honestly, some of that comes from me growing up poor. Because when you grow up poor, there's never enough. There's never enough money, enough love, enough attention, and you carry that scarcity into adulthood. It's like your brain is wired to believe that you have to fight for your place in the world. Because someone else has more, it must mean that there's less for you. But Ruiz's words reminded me of something really powerful. Someone else's success does not mean my failure. Their journey doesn't define mine. There is enough space for me too. There's enough space for you. There's enough space for all of us. So here are 3 steps that maybe you can practice this week. Notice the trigger. When do you feel jealousy or self-judgment rise up? And pause. Just notice it without judging yourself. And then shift the story. Instead of saying they have what I'll never have, you could say their success shows what's possible for me. And then celebrate your small wins. Every step forward counts. Focus on your progress instead of someone else's highlight reel. And like always, I've created a free reflection and journal PDF for week 9. It includes the chapter summary, or some reflection questions and journal prompts to help you dig deeper into this. Go to katinalee.com, click on the YouTube Book Club link. Now it's YouTube Book Club 1, because I'll have to be adding a new page soon, and download it. There's no email required, no sign up, no nothing. Just go there and get what you need. And if you don't mind, why don't you drop a comment below and share what's one area of your life where you struggle most with comparison? And what's one way that you can start to shift that toward gratitude instead this week? If you got anything from this video at all, will you give it a like and share it with someone else that might be struggling with comparison? And don't forget to subscribe. And just as a final note, remember this. You are not behind. You are not in competition with anyone. Your journey is yours and yours alone, and it is unfolding at exactly the right pace. When we stop fighting for a seat at the table, we finally realize that there has always been room for us. I will see you next week for week 10 of the Mastery of Self. It'll just sort of be like a wrap up to the book, and we'll review some things that we've talked about over the past 9 weeks, highlighting some of the best parts. And then if you would like to go ahead and get ready for the next book that's going to be in 2 weeks, so you can go ahead and get it now, the next book is going to be Mastery of Life by also the same author, Don Miguel Ruiz Jr., and it's going to be a perfect follow-up to the Mastery of Self. So until then, be kind to yourself, and I will see you next week.